Yeah. One, two, three.
Yeah, so we met. I want to say it was either the end of 2017 or early 2018, and it's kind of a funny story because I originally was contacted by another artist to come record, wonderful artist, and then he let me know, hey, I'm going to be bringing someone else with me. So I said, oh, okay, that's fine. And so then Samuel shows up to my house, and then the first thing he asked me is where my coat rack is so he could hang up his coat. And then I said, this is Arizona. We don't wear coats. And I thought, why is this guy dressed so nice coming over to my, house to record? And so I just thought, well, okay. And then he asked if he could do a song, and I said, yeah, sure. And so we did it. We recorded a song, and it's probably one of the quickest songs that we've ever recorded.
Hold on. Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, yeah, that's good. Do you want to do anything? Nope, sounds good. Send it to me. And I'm like, okay. And I thought, wow, that was so bizarre. And then the next day he said, hey, I love the way it turned out. Can I come back and record another one? And I said, sure. And that's pretty much how it's been.
Yeah.
And it's always a pleasure because every time he shows up, he's dressed very well. Whether it's 110 degrees outside, Sam's got his suit on, and he's ready to work. And we don't spend a whole lot of time. Like, if he makes a mistake, we'll fix it. But what we put out is pretty much a one-take performance.
Yeah. I'll say this too, having when we first met and how what really caused me to gravitate to you versus a number of other producers. No shade to any other producers that I work with or sound engineers, because I work with an amazing list of sound engineers thus far. But I always tell artists, and this is what I've gained over my experience with working with sound engineers, producers, and artists that are on different levels. Some have more fans than me, have more views and more of a base than I do, and some don't. But I always tell artists, like, listen, don't try to go for the big name producer,
sure,
or sound engineer just because they have a name.
Right.
Go for who fits you.
Right.
However much they charge, whoever fits you well, because that is going to be yourself. That's what you're gonna be able to build a relationship with, rapport. There's a reason why Justin Timberlake works a lot with Pharrell. I mean, with Pharrell, but with Timberland when it comes to producing. There's a reason why you have artists like a Swiss Beat that can collab very well with specific artists. You know what I'm saying? Producer like Swiss Beats, that can do that because they have developed a relationship over the years.
Yeah, and you definitely, the most important thing is just getting along with someone. Like, okay, if I'm going to be stuck in this room for whether it be 2 hours or 8 hours, like, you don't want to be like, oh man, this guy's annoying or whatever. Like, you definitely have to get along with the person. And and there's artists that maybe their talent isn't as great, but they're so fun to hang out with that I've continued to work with them for many years. But then there's artists that like are very talented, or they show a lot more potential, but they have an arrogance, or they're always late, or they want to bring 6 people with them, and so I have to let them know, like, when the time is right, after the session and after we get paid, but just say, hey, listen, I don't like it if you do this and this and this, or whatever the case may be. Yeah. And if they don't want to do it, then just say, hey, I wish you the best of luck. That's just it.
Yeah. I never really been, I'm learning how to do this mix and master on my own, which is a whole nother level. But I never really been an artist, I feel like, where I need like 5 women sitting in the corner on the chair. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and God. I was listening to Neo. Neo was saying, and he was asking, he was his true story. He was like most of his hits that he's written have been on the toilet.
Sure.
In the bathroom. I thought it was hilarious. He's like, and I'm not ashamed. That's what he said. And I'm not ashamed. But so it works different for every, I feel like, artist, you know what I'm saying? But for me, like, I just like to get in, boom, get it, and I know, now I think it takes time for artists to know their sound and to know their style. And I remember when I first started recording Jeremy, like, I had, shout out to Yoel and, who would tell me, he would be like, yo, man, he was like, you funk.
Oh, yeah.
Your sound is funk. So,
yeah.
I know you on that Trap Neo, so
yeah.
He was like, but I wish you would do more funk and soul sounds, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's why I gravitate so much to, like, Bruno Mars, and artists like him and S.P. because, they kind of, that's what you hear a lot in there.
Yeah. You definitely have a niche.
Yeah. And then one more thing about the suits, because people are watching and they're like, this. I'm about to say something. I'm about to say the N-word. I don't want to keep it family friendly.
Right.
But they be like, this dude wearing suits at 100 and some degrees. Here's the thing. Branding.
Absolutely.
Branding is so important. I don't care what level you are as an artist, but like the way you brand yourself from what you wear to just how you carry yourself, like that has so much to do with you as an artist.
Absolutely.
And with you being different than everybody else. Because now there's so many other artists that sing, you know what I'm saying, that can rap, that can do all of that. So you got to ask yourself, okay, what is it that makes you different than all these other artists that, you know what I'm saying, that you're on YouTube with or that you're on social media with? What makes you stick out? You know what I'm saying? And so I think that's very important. And so I stay very true to my brand. My goal next year towards the fall is to come out with my own line of suits. So clothing is my next like, if you want to say, venture. But I gotta settle some more ground in music right now.
Yeah. Well, I am here to let everybody watching know that Samuel dresses like this every time I see him. He doesn't. I haven't seen him wear the same suit twice. Like, he is in this for real.
I had one girl tell me, she was like, she said, and it's girls who tell me, they be like, she said, do you wear your suit to bed? And I'm like, what you think? Hey.
Yeah, get with it. And 1, 2,